guys, Ravensong here. I know I look a mess today. I just didn't have the ambition to do anything with my hair. Anyways, or my makeup. I have got some packages to open. One of them I've been waiting for a very, very long time. I think I'm going to do this one. This is the Mythical Creatures or something like that. Baba Studios. I might do this one as a comparison walkthrough with the original black and white version of the deluxe edition, so we can do a side by side. So I think I'll wait on that for then. But for now, I got my very, very, very first Little Red Tarot package, and this was silly of me. I have been waiting for this deck for so long. It went out of print. I had it in my cart forever, and then the next thing I knew, it was gone, and I couldn't get it. And I've been wanting it for so long. And the minute somebody, I think it was Becca, was talking about, somebody in Becca's chat said they had just ordered it, and it was like, oh, it's back in stock? Oh my gosh, I gotta get that. And so it wasn't on the Etsy shop, so I went ahead and went to Little Red Tarot, and I bought it on Little Red Tarot. The next day, I get a notice from Etsy saying that it's back in their shop, and basically it cost me an extra $10 to get it from Little Red Tarot because I went that route instead. But that's okay. $10. I'll eat it. It's all right. Of course, it probably took longer to, well, actually, it probably didn't take any longer because they're both coming from England. But it is the Green Wheel Oracle. Oh, I've been wanting this for so long. I am so excited to have this. So it comes in a basic brown box. I don't know if the original version came like this or not. Just a lidded box. This is really nice linen-y type print. It actually almost feels like fabric, like a canvas on there. It does. It really feels like a canvas application on this box. So it's kind of cool. I like that. It comes with its own little linen bag and a little booklet that also has that linen-y canvas almost. It really does feel like canvas, but it is paper. It feels like a canvas, painted canvas on this. So by Danielle Barlow, sorry, missed the L. Just a basic little book, 60 pages. Got an introduction, the deck, how to use the cards, the wheel cards, lunar cards, and companion cards is how it's categorized in here. So that's kind of interesting. I guess I'll have to, let me see if I can figure this out. The wheel cards, 8 cards which follow the sun cycle, representative of the 8 Celtic festivals of the year. The quarter days and the cross quarters, Imbolc, spring equinox, Beltane, summer solstice, Lammas or Lughnasadh, autumn equinox, Samhain, and midwinter. Midsummer, midwinter. And then you got the moon cards, which are 13 cards that follow the lunar cycle and represent the lunar months of the year, which are 12 full moon cycles in each year and a 13th full moon approximately every 3 years. Yeah, it's like every 2.5-ish or something, a little over that. Turns around and pivot points in the dark days of the winter, the first moon, the quiet moon, and the first full moon to fall after midwinter. So quiet moon, rising moon, traveler's moon, birth moon, potent moon, water moon, spiral moon, weaver's moon, harvest moon, hearth moon, singing moon, blood moon, cold moon. These are definitely probably more British oriented in their titles, Whereas here in the United States, we tend to get a lot of the Native American shamanistic references for the moons, different moons. So that's kind of cool. Companion cards, 24, depicting plants and animals. These are more simplistic in their meaning, and each has a key phase and accompanies this particular useful when you want a quick one-card draw. Simple issue, about a simple issue. And then it goes into how it works. There's a green wheel spread. And then it goes right into the cards, which are, starting with the fire feasts, which is really cool. And it gives you it's a really simple book. I mean, you get a little thumbnail up here in black and white and a quick read down below. So there's one per page. Kind of like a little white book, basically. It looks like the moons might have a little bit more information on them, which is kind of nice. I like that. I definitely like that because it gives you a little bit more insight. It looks like it talks about the trees that are associated. Keywords. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it has some great ideas in here for like dream pillows and ceremony and goal planning. It's like ceremony is a basic. There's like a to-do list, and then there's a ceremony also listed under each one. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Work with wood, protective charms, practice grounding, weaving small willow rings. Yeah, there's a lot of little things, little magical, crafty ideas that go along with the with each of the moon entries. So that's kind of cool. I like that. The box, I have to say the box is probably a bit of an overkill because it was probably a cost-effective issue though. To have boxes made precisely is very, very expensive, and it's probably easier to get just a generic size box. So it's a little bit of an overkill, but then again, it also leaves room to put stuff in that you might want to add crystals or stones or rocks or even little symbols of the wheel of the year. So that's kind of cool. I like it. I like it. I like it. Ooh, the cards are all made out of that same material. Now, one thing about it, it definitely has a bow in it. I'm hoping that will work its way out over time. We'll see. It looks like there are no titles. Well, some of them, the moons have titles. It doesn't look like the fire feasts have titles, but they should be fairly self-explanatory. It looks like the other cards, what they call those extra cards, have titles too. What's this one? Let me just take a quick look. This one's at the back, stacked a little differently. Is it supposed to be on the rest, with the rest? Yeah, it is. It's supposed to be emerald. It should have been at the top. There we go. It's just a little out of place. So this might take a little work because the symbolism in this is a bit different than what me as a Wiccan have traditionally have certain symbols that represent a certain fire feast. So this is definitely more Celtic, more British Isles type symbolism, I'm sure, and I'm sure it a lot of it has to do with the birds in there, in these pictures, and I'm not familiar with my birds. Yeah, it's a little bit more it's definitely not something that is traditionally, the description is not traditionally, traditional way of describing it within at least American Wiccan traditions. So this is Imbolc, and it's the maiden offers sanctuary and deep peace. So that's not something that we would normally look to, but it works. I mean, it is what it is. It's just not my traditional first representation of Imbolc would be. For me, it would be that rebirth, that the lambing season, or the kidding season, and the first milks and things like that would be my first thing that I would think of for symbolism. So this is definitely different. So it'll take a little bit of work getting used to that. Spring equinox, we've got this. This is the magician offers infinite possibilities. See, and he's got the seed planting here, growing in the egg. That for me would be an Imbolc representation. So that's kind of interesting that moved to that one. But that's okay. Like I said, it all goes together. It's all part of the cycle, and I can handle it. I can deal with it. Actually, it just enhances what I've already working with. It's just going to enhance it that much more. So that's what I like. So Beltane. Beltane lady represents sovereignty and service. Summer solstice. I'm just going to go through and read this. This is the Fool. The Fool offers the opportunity to alter the course of events. Like I said, it's just a little different than what I've traditionally been taught, or was taught traditionally within an eclectic Wiccan tradition. So, but I don't care. It's still gorgeous. It all flows together. It's all part of the cycle of life. You know, the wheel of the year. This is the Seeker. The Seeker offers you a quest. She brings hardship and wisdom. Very nice. And that's for Lammas, or Lugnasad, which would be the first harvest. Autumn equinox, or what we would call Mavon. The Lord offers truth, but he asks you to bring compassion and integrity. So that would be the second harvest. And Samhain would be the third and final harvest, which would be, for us, it would be the culling of the herds and the hunter's moon and that type of stuff, the meat, the giving of blood. For the winter, it was time they culled the herds, to winter over, so that they didn't have to feed them throughout the wintertime. Only kept the breeding stock, so to speak. Anyways, so this is the gatekeepers, and we've got a triple goddess type figure in the gatekeepers. Hold the lore of the land and guard the sacred earth. That's gorgeous. These are just beautiful. I love the artwork in these. It looks like they're probably watercolor. Possibly acrylic, like acrylic paint used as a watercolor style. On canvas almost. And it could be just the texture of the paper that looks like canvas. Does it say how she did it? I'm wondering, does it... I'm taking a quick peek here. "45 images born out of ancient landscape in Dartmoor." Just breezing through it, I'm not seeing nothing's jumping out at me that says what medium she used to paint these cards. But they're gorgeous. They're absolutely good. What makes me think it might not be watercolor is because the colors are very rich. And if you use acrylic paints in a watercolor style, you can get a little bit richer color. Anyways, so then we got Midwinter, which would be the Holly King and Oak King type image there, or the Green Man type inches. The Hunter brings anarchy, chaos, followed by regeneration. Okay. So is that, that's not all of them. Is that all of them? Were there 8? Did I just do 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 8. I guess I wasn't. I guess it is Imbolc to the winter solstice. I get it. Okay. Brain fart. Brain fart. Brain fart. Oh, and these are beautiful. I'm not going to read the wheels because there's so much information in the. Sorry, the wheels. The moons, but they're just stunning. I mean, this is. The quiet moon. I love the fish and the 2 cycles side by side, the rings. You've got the star charts. You've got the flame. You've got the moon. I mean, this is just stunning. I like this. You can get a lot out of that, I think, if you really look at the symbolism. And I can't wait to dive into the book with it. The rising moon. And this is with the heron. I believe it's a heron. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Ah, the traveler's moon. And this has that hare in the landscape. Beautiful. Oh my God, this is stunning. These moon cards have really got me. There's something there that really dives deep into my soul. That is stunning. That is the birthing moon. Love it. Potent moon. I like that. The potent moon. The water moon. These are just fabulous. The spiral moon. I recently got the Wiccan Oracle, and I really liked it, but it's very almost children illustration type drawings, and I really like it. They did a really nice job, and they're very pretty and sparkly, and they definitely tap into traditional Wiccan imagery for the seasons and all that, and the cycles. But this is just so much more spiritual. The other ones are pretty. These ones are, you feel more. You feel that spirituality deep inside you, that connection to what it's trying to convey. Oh my God, the harvest moon. Look at the layers in that harvest circle. You've got the vegetables around the outside, and then you've got animals, and then you've got sea, and then you've got air. I mean, it's just stunning. Now, what I find interesting is you have kind of a landscape on the top and a barren landscape on the bottom. That is really interesting. That is really interesting. Like I said, this is like fertile lands being used, and this is the barren. Ooh, I can't wait to read on that. That's gonna be cool. In fact, I'm gonna do that now. The harvest moon. I'm dying to find out what that is. Harvest moon is about becoming aware of the edges of our participation and paying attention to our senses. I think of all the witch moon, because it is the time that when it is easy to find the edge of reality slip through. The harvest moon also symbolizes the world and is often means taking a world view. Threads, magic, Liminal spaces, edges of the world. That's that edges of the world. I get that from it. The apple tree, find undisturbed space in the land, practice stealing your heart. It gives you. It doesn't really describe what's actually in the imagery, but that knowing where the edges of your world are does come through as a description for that, the edges of your world. So I do like that. It would be nice to get a little bit more detail as to what she actually put in the imagery and why. This is cool. It's got kind of a mandala-y feel to it. This is the hearth moon, and you've got kind of a goat type figure here, or a ram, and then you've got the web, and you've got the rose or the apple flower. You got a feeling of the sea, and almost a pomegranate feeling at the bottom. That's just stunning. That is just stunning. These are just beautiful. Ugh, the blood moon. Oh my gosh, the blood moon. That light and dark, night and day, the shadow realms between. Ah, stunning, stunning, stunning. Cold moon. Beautiful. Singing moon. Oh my gosh. This is a fabulous deck. Absolutely fabulous. Now we're getting into those extra cards, which have a lot more animal type. And I'm thinking, depending on what you put in this book, I'll have to read up. You could probably, I have always recommended that Animal Speak book. So you might be able to get more information detailing about these animals in that book to help with interpreting if you need it. Just a suggestion. I'm sure she gives you quite a bit in here, but that Animal Speak book is one that I've always fallen back on, and just put it out there that if you're looking for animal information, that's one of the best books that I have found. In fact, there's even a small hand reference guide, I think, to it also now. I'm pretty sure there is. I'm trying to remember if I've actually got it or not, or if I thought about ordering it and then didn't. This gives you just a single page on it, so it's pretty simple. But if you want to dive deeper, there's some other animal books out there, and like I said, Animal Speak is one that I tend to gravitate to. So we got the badger, and we got the boar, and we got the cow, and we've got a deer, and the fox. Here's the goat. Oh gosh, I got the yawns bad today for some reason. And we got a goose, duck, duck, goose, and the hare, the beautiful hare. I know a lot of people are really into the hare. Me, I'm into the bees, and we got ourselves a beautiful honeybee here. Ah, I like the magpies too. Those are beautiful, stunning. I don't think this is showing up on my camera how rich the colors are. They're way richer than what I'm seeing on this screen, but hopefully it'll transfer better once I upload this and you guys watch it on streaming. So the owl, because the colors are really very rich. Pony. Raven. I love the ravens. The robin. The salmon. Salmon speaks for a lot of things. I like the salmon. The seal. The snake. The spider. The toad. The weasel. There's some different ones in here. I've never seen a weasel before, so that's kind of cool. We got a wildcat. The wolf. A wood mouse. You don't normally see a mouse in there. And the wren. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is just phenomenal. I've been waiting for this for so long, and I'm so glad I have it. By the way, these are the backs. I can see one problem with the back, other than all the cards have the same back, which is a good thing, but it would be real easy to have this flipped and not realize it right off the back that that's turned over, because it flows so much with the actual imagery. So just something to be aware of. If you've got a card turned over, you may not catch it right away because those backs are every bit as detailed as the front and say so much. Yeah. Oh, it's stunning. It's absolutely beautiful. It's the Green Wheel Oracle. Great deck. I love this. I thought I was going to use this as a altar cards, but I think it's going to get a lot more use than just altar cards. I think it's gonna come in very handy in my reading practice. This is stunning, absolutely stunning. Love it. Well worth the shipping and the exchange rate difference. It's well worth it. It's just taken me so long to get it, and I'm so glad I got it. And it's back online, so it's back. Anyways, so I'm gonna let you go here. This is great. Yeah, I'm thrilled. So Danielle Barlow and the Green Wheel Oracle. Bye-bye.